Sorry about that, people. I was on mute, but yes, people, we are back alive on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, aka Mr. Sarcasm City TV. But like I start each and every show, let me put my phone on silent. Like I start each and every show on the channel, whether it's the YouTube or the Twitch. Big up to everybody supporting. It does not go unnoticed. So large up everybody who be locking into the shows. Like I said, whether you watch just the YouTube, just the Twitch, whether it's both, whether you're in the comments when we're doing the live streams, whether you have the live stream on in the background, whether you watch the shows back after the live, whether you listen via one of the audio platforms, all of it helps. It all helps grow the brand and helps grow the community as well. So please make sure if you're watching this live right now on the YouTube or you are watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share it across all the socials as well. Share it across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And make sure when you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you hit the notification bell. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Vitally important you do that. Also, make sure you follow the Twitch. The link for the Twitch is underneath in the description. It's also Sarcasm City TV. And the YouTube and the Twitch are separate content, people. So if you are a Sarcasm City TV supporter and you like the channel, make sure 110%, not only are you here on the YouTube, you're on the Twitch because it's separate content. So please make sure you do that. It's road to 4K on here. Road to 4K. So let's try and hit 4K expeditiously. I think we're at like 3.6, approaching 3.7. So large up to everyone who be supporting. But besides from that, for those that haven't seen the ManDem United podcast before, is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please make sure you keep all your comments, all your questions Manchester United related. Get any Manchester United questions in, anything about Ralph, anything about the game yesterday, which I discussed, the Champions League as well, because I've obviously titled this podcast Manchester United's Champions League hopes. So we'll be going in depth on who we can draw and then how far we can go in the competition as well, because I'm genuinely excited about this Champions League running, and I will go further in detail. Obviously, we'll talk about the game coming up against Norwich and the Brentford game as well. I believe there'll be the ManDem United on Tuesday before the Norwich game. We have gone live today, slightly later, but that's just simply because I'm just handling business and sorting things out. You already know. Oh yeah, and let me not forget as well, Walk to the Octagon is back, people. So for those that don't know, Walk to the Octagon is back, which is the podcast and the show dedicated to all things UFC and MMA. So Eddie, for those that know Eddie, he's been on ManDem United, you'll see him on the Manchester United watch-alongs and Q&As. He'll be holding that down with Cams, who again, he's on Pro Clubs, he's on Q&As, and also Analysis at Anfield, which is the Liverpool show. So that'll be starting tonight on the YouTube. They'll be doing the preview today at 9 p.m. They'll be doing the preview today at 9 p.m. and then they're doing a watch along for the fight as well. It's Oliveira versus Poirier. I don't know anything about UFC, but I know UFC 269. They'll be doing a watch along and then they'll do a recap the following day. So salute to those two, always holding it down. Big up to Abraham, who says, big up from Kenya, Flawless. Love the content, brother. Yo, big up to you. You get me? Watching all the way from Kenya. Man's watching all the way from the motherland, Africa. Love that. Love the content, brother. Much appreciated. You supporting. Let me know what time it is over there in Kenya. Ahmed says, subscribe to Sarcasm City TV and subscribe to Big Six Bands. Yes, make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bands as well. Shout out to my guy Monts. Then he says, Flawless, is there nothing off limits tonight? I'm not sure. There might be. I'm not sure. Just keep an eye out on the channel. Just keep an eye out on the channel. Love to Mimi TV every single time, though. And let me actually pull up the Champions League groups as well to see what's it called. See who Manchester United can draw, and I'll go in depth on the game as well. Danny says, big up to you, Flawless, my bro. Large up to you every single time. But yeah, in regards to the team yesterday, wholesale changes from Ralph. And Double R Mafia in the building. I love the fact that he made wholesale changes. Like, when it's a game like that, it's not in essence a free hit, it was a free hit because the result had no bearing on anything going forward. It had no bearing on Manchester United going forward. We were already through to the next round of the Champions League. We were already top of the group. Like, it had no bearing whatsoever. So I wanted to see wholesale changes. That's all I've been asking for. Squad rotation. I could have cried because Ollie would have played a full strength team or had Ronaldo, Bruno, Rashford all on the bench and brought them on. Like, for what? Like I said, we're already through in the group. We're already top of the group. And Ralph has only got a short period of time to see these play. Like, he can't really, because United have the Christmas period is very busy. He only has a short period of time to see these players. Like, he can't really work with them on a training ground too tough. So therefore, let's see him in games, because we don't know the next time we're going to see some of them players. And let me pull up the lineup and we will go through it. Because I was ecstatic over the lineup. I'm like, this is good. This is all we have, a proper manager in charge. Double R Mafia in the building. And I like the bench as well. The bench was even better. Nobody who started against Crystal Palace was in the squad. That's what it's supposed to be like. So I'm seeing here, so it was Henderson in goal. I've seen people on Twitter talking about Henderson being at fault for the goal. I'm not too sure about that. However, I'm going to have to see it again. I'm going to watch it again. But from when I was watching it live, I don't remember myself or anyone who I was on the watch along with or anyone in the comments blaming Henderson. It was Donny's fault for the goal, 110%. And then he played Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw as your fullbacks. What I liked about Wan-Bissaka and Shaw playing this game is it confirmed that they're now second string and second choice. And they should have been second string and second choice for a good while now, simply because they haven't been performing. Like, I like Wan-Bissaka. I have nothing against Shaw. However, they weren't performing to a good enough level to be keeping your place in the first team. And I love what Double R said afterwards as well. Shaw maybe will be in contention for the squad. This is it. Be held accountable for your performances, whether they are fantastic or they are poor. And that's what I like. So it was great to see Shaw and Wan-Bissaka. And I will go through everybody's performance as well and what I thought of it. But yeah, it was great to see them starting for that reason. Bailly is always good to see back. Like, Bailly is just out there doing the spinner Rooney. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times I posted that. Like, Bailly's just Bailly, and it's always good to see him. He should be in the first team though. The Man United played centre-back. That's probably the only issue I had with the team. I thought he could have maybe played a youngster. I didn't see any. Was there any centre-backs? Mengi was on the bench, but he played full-back. I didn't see, to my knowledge, there was no centre-backs on the bench, but why not pluck one for that game and then play Matic and Donny in the pivot? That is probably my only criticism of the team, was playing Matic at centre-back. However, I'm not going to be too critical, because one, is a free hit, and two, like I've said, back the manager. I'm not going to doubt this man. And I got a welcome to the show. He's not been on ManDem United in a minute, but you will catch him on all the Manchester United watch-alongs, Premier League, Champions League, and FA Cup. Very talented brother. Hilarious Donny as well. Like, I've been on him to get more content out, to do more comedy sketches, etc., etc. Man like Dan Sillyman is in the building.
What's happening, Mr. Flawless?
You good, fam?
Yeah, man's blessed, man. What are you saying?
I love that. I was just going through the lineup from yesterday. Yeah, man, I'm good.
The lineup was exponentially amazing, bro. It's good to see rotation, G. You know,
that's exactly,
because Ollie would have just done some dickhead thing and just stuck bare man on that didn't need to be on. That would have deserved good rest and that. You know what I'm saying? But man, was rinsing players, ringing them out, and that like a fucking, I don't even know, bro. But yeah. Anyway, we don't really speak about Ollie anymore.
Yeah, we don't, but it's right. But yeah, as I was saying, so that's the back forward, and he played a midfield, and it was Donny who played in the lone six. So minus the mistake, played well. It was good to see Donny it's good to see Donny on the pitch game time. He wasn't helped with Juan Mata and Lingard in central midfield, because Juan Mata and Lingard are not central midfielders. So that's why I'm not too critical of Donny. That's why I'm not even too critical of Lingard and Juan Mata. Like, people I thought were very critical, like, oh, Lingard needs to go. He's not a central midfielder, people. Juan Mata is not a central. Yeah, people were saying, oh, he needs to go, Mata needs to go. I'm like, these men can be useful squad players. Like, again, I say this all the time.
Same with Bissaka as well, bro. Like,
yes.
People writing him off, like, I can just write man off like that, bro. Come on, man. Obviously, he's not on form, like, but he's not shit where he needs to go, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, he can be useful. If you say United, I don't know, for instance, are playing, if we're playing a team and we're not going to have much of the ball, and say, for instance, you're playing a back three, he's perfect. He's perfect. We've seen what the job that he's done on Sterling before. When we went away to PSG in the group stages last season, he did a job on Neymar.
Yeah, he'll be a good guy to target certain man, you know what I'm saying? And get because he's a good tackler and that, you know what I'm saying? He's a very strong tackler. So
Yeah, well, like, should he be playing first team football? Absolutely not. He shouldn't be in the first team picture. No. So that's why I was glad he played. As I was saying, his performance wasn't good yesterday, but like Dan said, not only could he possibly be tired, he's also low on confidence, and his form is shocking. And he went off on a stretcher, so hopefully he's okay. Someone in the comments, let me know if there is any updates on that.
Yeah, he was getting banged up yesterday. He went down a few times, isn't it?
Yeah, he did, and that's very unlike him. That's very unlike him. He's not one of those players who are
it's kind of like maybe he was perhaps looking for it for some reason. Like you said, maybe he's low on confidence. So he's like,
he's definitely low on confidence. Of course.
Like, I don't even really want to be playing right now, sort of thing. So he might have wanted to get set off slightly. Like, but,
of course he's low on confidence, like 110%. Of course he's low on confidence. Like, you already know he is. In regards to Luke Shaw as well, I already stated. I don't know if you caught me saying it, Dan, about Double R saying Luke Shaw could be in contention to make the squad against Norwich. He's not happy with him at all, because when Luke Shaw was playing on the side where the dugout is, Ragnick was telling him to push up, and then he looked visibly upset when he got dragged off as well. But I like that. Like, Ralph Ragnick's a 100%. Drill sergeant, like similar to Pep. Like, if you're not doing what I want you to do, I'm gonna pull you off. Simple as that.
Let's not get twisted. This guy, Double R, Ralph, he has been watching, bruv, and observing for time. Don't get twisted. This guy is a masterful tactician, bruv. When he wasn't even in contention and that, he was still probably watching United, bruv, and thinking like and planning like, oh, if I was the guy, if I was managing this team, what would I do? I would do this and that. He even said from time ago, like, he don't really rate Shaw. Like, in the interview.
Say that. Yeah, he did say that.
He said Manchester United. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
He said he's not really good enough or something for Man United or something like that. He's not really United quality. They should be looking at much better left backs out there. So yeah, he already had it in his mind. He had a picture of what Shaw sort of was like, and having seen him playing at Man United, and I'm sure before he came, he was like analysing a lot of stuff. So yeah, he probably, like what you said about pushing up and that, he's probably seeing that Shaw's being lazy in that for time. Like,
facts.
And he was clocking that. And these managers, tacticians, they're clocking every little detail and shit. So, and you know, we've had like previous managers and Pochettino and that, like, not really rate Shaw like that for some reason. So
they've all had
why
issues
is every manager not rating it?
If people forget that Pochettino had issues with him at Southampton, Van Gaal, who signed him, had issues with him, Mourinho had issues with him, and now Double R is now having issues with him as well. Like, that's 4 managers.
And he just stepped in the door, blood. So it's
that's 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 managers have issues with you. Like, something's not right. Something's gone wrong. You get what I'm saying? And that. So that's how I'm looking at that. We just spoke on, obviously, Juan Mata and Lingard in the midfield. Both weren't good, though. Both were poor yesterday. Both were poor. Like, our more experienced players were the poorest performance to me yesterday. Then we had Diallo and Alanga. Alanga did okay. I thought Diallo was bright. He made a couple of wrong decisions, but Diallo seems to be a good player. Like, I like the fact he's involved. Like, if United are chasing a game and Diallo's coming off the bench, I have no issue with it whatsoever. Because there was times where there was the time when he was in the box and he overhit the pass when he tried to cut it back to Lingard. But that's what I liked about yesterday's game. Manchester United were creating clear-cut chances, half chances as well. We was a threat constantly. More so in the first half, because the second half the performance got worse, but we were still a threat all game, and it was a second/third string team. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I love. Like I said, we got youngsters coming off the bench I never even heard of. I didn't even know about Savage's son until he stepped on the pitch. Like, that's what I like. Like, legit. That's what I like. So Diallo and Langa were decent. Greenwood is always Greenwood. Like, he'll be constantly be a threat. Because even the goal he scored, that's a quality goal. And that's not even a chance, because the cross is slightly behind him, but he's improvised and managed to put it in. And Greenwood's special. And I think if we are going to play this 4-2-2, it benefits the likes of Greenwood, because him centrally is a Mazzo, and he's not up front by himself either in that system. Like, he's alongside another striker, and you got 2 10s behind you as well. So yeah, man, like
that's where he needs to be.
Yes, absolutely, where he needs to be. So I'm not saying like, yeah, that's exactly where it needs to be. You said it there. I can't even elaborate any further on that. Yo, make sure you hit the like button on the video as well. Make sure you follow Dan Sillyman across all platforms as well, people. Make sure you do that. You can catch him here on Watch Alongs. Keep your questions rolling in. So yeah, in regards to the performance, like I just stated there, I was glad we was creating clear-cut chances and half chances. Like, Juan Mata should have scored. The one Diallo squared back to Lingard. There was another chance as well. Can't remember. Oh yeah, Alanga missed one as well. So that's 3 off the top of my head. I can't remember the last time we created 3 clear-cut chances and was creating half chances and looked a threat going forward. But it's about time that we did that and utilized all the attacking options we had. Before we move off it, what was your overall thoughts on the performance then?
Yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't like we've already touched on, but it was good to see like youngsters and that come in. I wasn't expecting that much from it because obviously we was already through and that, so I wasn't expecting nothing tantalizing and scintillating or whatever you want to call it. Like, but it's just like, yeah, seeing the youngsters come on. Yeah, it wasn't a great performance, like, but like I said, we had clear cut chances for once, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know, that was something different. And it's funny that, you know, we get this guy come in, Ralph, and we're seeing changes like straight away, although it is against lower opposition and stuff. And like, you know what I mean? We're getting bold decisions being made. And that's the main thing that I like straight away, bold talk, bold decisions. Like, you even see like after the game, like in his post-match interview and that, like that, bro, he's just clearly like an alpha manager. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Man is an alpha manager, bruv. Like, and it just highlights how shit Ollie was, bruv, and how beta of a manager he was. Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy's talking about tactics and that after the game, compared to Ollie. Ollie don't even know what he's talking about, bruv. Literally stumbling over his words in that post-match interview, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, this guy has no mention of tactics, no mention of nothing, bruv. Just intensity and passion, bruv, and running. Like, but this Ralph guy comes in, man's talking about little intricate things, like, you know what I'm saying, tactics, details, and that, you know what I'm saying, actually answering questions like in a slick way and that. Like, he's fucking alpha manager. I'm so happy we got him, man.
Yep, absolutely, fam. It's so refreshing to hear you said it there. A manager talking about tactics and what went right and what went wrong. But
yeah,
what
you can
right,
learn something from him as well. Like, even just as a fan, like, you can sit there and learn shit from him. You know what I'm saying? With Ollie, what was you ever taking from his interviews or learning from him, other than his stupid little, like, rashy, like, all the, like, just bare happy, smiley, like, what the bruv? I'm happy to see the back of that guy, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, you lot, yo, get the likes up. There's over 20 of you lot in here, and we ain't even on double figure likes. Get the likes up right now. Mods, get everyone liking and subscribing, please. As Paco, yo, he's gonna get haters. Says, of course, Man United can't win a Champions League game with Cristiano. It didn't really matter for Paco. You know, the result didn't matter. We're gonna get into this. Give me PSG, man. I need Ronaldo to slap Messi one last time. Yo, Akram, I don't get this. I don't get this whatsoever. Like this logic right here, and this give me PSG stuff, but we're gonna get into that. Abdi says the only way Shaw can get back into the team is if he can find his 15-16 form. Facts. Something about walking alone. King Cap's talking about. I don't really know what that means. Have you seen the Frankie De Jong rumors? No, I haven't seen it. I've heard a lot about this guy without watching him play. Do you rate him? Talk about it since it's been mentioned.
Yeah. I haven't like been like dedicated to watching a lot of games like in Spain and Barcelona and that. I know they're in the mud at the moment, so I'm not too sure on his form and whatnot, but I knew he was a highly touted prospect and that before he came to Barcelona. And if any Barcelona fans in the chat, how has he really been at Barcelona, like overall, like consistently? Is he being consistent and stuff? I don't know, but I know he's a highly touted player and someone that is talked about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Defensive minded player that we need. Sort of like, yeah, we need a defensive midfielder. So, boy, he's young as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because like I said, I hear his name and I hear nothing but good things when I hear people in this space and on Twitter talk about him on socials, etc. But I've just not watched him a lot. I've not watched him enough.
Yeah, no, he came from Ajax, isn't it? He looked sick at Ajax. I saw a bit of him at Ajax and that, but then since he moved to Barcelona, I ain't really been tracking him or watching him that too tough. But yeah, he looked sick at Ajax though.
Nah, I hear fully what you're saying. Akram saying there Young is a bit overrated. We'll soon find out. We'll see. Mem says Ollie was winging it. Facts. John says Alanga is new Rashford, all pace, no touch, and no decision making. I'm just waiting to see on Alanga. That's what it is. I'm waiting to see again.
Like I don't see nothing special from him, but
yeah, I don't see nothing special, but I've not watched enough to make a fair assessment just yet. So I think that's unfair. But we'll get to this anyway, because we're here to talk about Manchester United's Champions League hopes. And back to this, where I can say, give me PSG, man. I need Ronaldo to slap Messi one last time. I'm gonna go off on this because Bainesy said it, Saeed has said it, Akram here is saying it. Why do you man want PSG? And let me just like clarify when I'm saying this. Do I believe Manchester United are good enough to beat PSG over 2 legs? Absolutely. Do I believe we're the favorites? Also, yes. Do I believe we get the job done? Yes. Why are we making it as tough as possible? They are the best. They are the best team we could possibly face out of the runners-up pot. Why do we want the toughest possible opposition? I don't get it. I don't understand that logic. I want Manchester United to have the most favorable running on paper because I'm trying to win the Champions League. Because you know, when you win the Champions League, nobody remembers who you played. I'm old enough to remember the 99 run and the 08 run. The 99 run was much harder than the 08 run. But guess what? We don't get more credit for the 99 run than we do the 08 run. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because we won the trophy. Similar to when was it last year or was it a few months back when Carragher and Keane was on MNF and he was talking about the amount of points. Carragher was talking about the amount of points the Liverpool team won to win the league title. And Keane said, when you turn over the medal, does it tell you how many points you've got? It's like, no, who cares about these things? I couldn't care less. I've seen Manchester United win multiple, over 10 league titles. I'm old enough to remember. Like the first 2 are a bit hazy. Over than that, I remember every single league title. I have no idea how many points we accumulated those seasons. You know why? Because we won the Premier League. That's all I'm fussed about. Like people want these memorable runs and stuff like that. I need Ronaldo to slap Messi. If you want Ronaldo to slap Messi, leave that for the World Cup, innit? Let Portugal draw Argentina and deal with that. I don't get it. They are easily the toughest opposition you can possibly get. And yes, their team isn't the best because I've watched PSG in terms of like cohesive unit. Like they are individual brilliance, Super Saiyan. That's them. Like they're us on steroids, literally. Like Super Saiyan 2.0. But when you have Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, you have 3 players who can win you a tie in any given moment. I'm not trying to see them. Give PSG to Chelsea. Give PSG to Liverpool. Give PSG to Bayern Munich. Don't understand it. Like I said, I seen Saeed tweet this. And I was like, bring me PSG. He was on United View with Flex. Shout out to United View and Flex as well. And he was saying, bring on PSG. Why? Man get way too giddy. Like, very much so. This is ridiculous. And Bainesy was saying the same thing. Oh, I want Ronaldo to beat Messi. Like, why do man want the sentiment thing, man? Like, just unnecessary drama. Like, this ain't a film. This ain't a soap. This ain't Hollyoaks or Coronation Street, people.
Ain't Raising Canaan.
I don't understand it. This ain't Raising Canaan. This is not Power Book 4 Force. This isn't Power Book 2 Ghost. Like, this ain't BMF, people. Why do people want entertainment? Oh, you get excited for the big teams. This is what Bainesy was saying to me yesterday on the Red Talk after the game. Yeah, I do get excited. But you know what's also exciting? Getting to a Champions League semi-final. I've seen Manchester United play Schalke in the semi-final, and I've seen us play Barcelona in the semi-final. Guess what?
I think some people's angle, is the fact that I think it's more so once you get to the knockout stages, their attitude is sort of like, well, we'll take whoever in it because knockout stages now, we're going to face them eventually or bring anyone. It don't matter who we get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they feel like also, you know, we can beat anyone. You know
I feel that way. Even games we're not favorites. And I think if we face any of the English sides or Bayern Munich, we're not favorites. However, I believe we can win those ties.
No, I think there's an element of giddiness, like you said, because we got the new manager now. It's a bit like everyone's got a spring in their step and thinking like they can take over the world. We can take over the world now, but it might not necessarily be that way. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Tuchel coming to Chelsea and he changed me very quickly or whatever, but we got to give this guy time as well. Like it's not, that's like a low possibility of that, like actually working like straight away. Like you got to give these man time in it. So yeah, I would not want to see PSG because for the fact that we have just got a new manager. Do you know what I mean? Like some people see it the other way where we got the new manager bouncing that, let's bang up PSG. But at the same time, I'm looking at the other way where it's like, nah, let's ease this guy in. And obviously you don't want the unnecessary harder team straight away. Like let's get them a bit later on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like King Kavir says, that was the same reason why Statman wanted him because of Messi. I'm not on this sentiment thing. I like for my agenda and my and the storyline. This ain't wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, they don't need to be a sexy storyline and an engaging storyline. Being in the quarterfinals or the semifinals and the final of the Champions League, you don't care who you play. You just gas that you there. Liverpool beat Spurs in the final. Do you think Liverpool fans care? Not in the slightest. They beat someone with not. It's not like Spurs just have no European pedigree. They have no trophy pedigree.
So what are you saying? When it gets to like the quarterfinal, would you care then?
No, give me Chelsea's run from last season. They played Porto, Atletico Madrid, a poor Real Madrid side, and then played City in the final. You think Chelsea fans care?
So you want an easier run until the final.
Absolutely, I want it in the final. Give me so much shit in the final. I don't care, fam. That's not who Manchester United draw is not our fault because we're not picking. It's not our fault who we draw. If we play, like, if we have a favorable running all the way to a final and win the trophy, the good teams got knocked out somewhere. Bayern Munich got knocked out somewhere. Chelsea lost somewhere. City lost somewhere. Liverpool lost somewhere. Is that our fault? Are we supposed to say, nah, come back into the competition? When Chelsea got during the quarterfinals, Bayern Munich, PSG, and Manchester City were all over the other side of the draw.
I think it gives sort of bragging rights though as well, because I can hear what they're saying in terms of like when it gets to like the crunch time and quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, it's a lot more exciting when you're playing a harder team, a bigger team, in the sense that, you know, you can go up against any team. Like, this is Man United, you know what I'm saying? And you want to be seeing us go against the best of the best. But problem with that is we're not at that level yet where we can really compete with the best like that at this time. Do you know what I'm saying?
You said it there. You said it there, fam. Bragging rights. You know what I want to brag about? Winning the Champions League. That's bragging rights. Yes, that's what we can brag about. Man, just want to do this sentimental thing. I don't get it. I don't understand it whatsoever. Like, even here, like,
it makes sense because you're not really a sentimental guy, innit?
Yeah, man. I want to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to see my team win. Man said I'm willing to take the risk for the. It's just unnecessary risk, though. I don't understand taking unnecessary risk. You man are the type to play chicken on the M1. Like, why? For the thrill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for the thrill of it.
Yeah, for the thrill. These are these people for the adrenaline rush. These are the same people who watch horror films. Don't get it. And then be having nightmares for the next 6 weeks.
Jump off the plane and that.
Yeah, man. Jump off the plane and bungee jump. I don't get it.
Bungee jump. Yeah,
I don't get it. Like, find another way to.
I get it. I like roller coasters and that, man. I
leave that to you, but yeah, you're a wild boy too. You're a wild boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been on one too many roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? Never again. Never again. See, when the surfer says it, hey, and put some respect on the Coupe de France as well, when the surfer, you prick. He also says, give me the European draw versions of City's domestic cup draws. Exactly. Give me the Shrewsbury Towns of the Champions League. Give me the Carlisles. Like, and we're going to run through who we can draw. All this bring me PSG. I don't know what you man are on. And if we get through to the quarterfinal, but I want everybody on the other side of the draw. I want PSG, City, Liverpool, Chelsea all on the other side of the draw. I prefer them to go out in the round of 16, but if they do get through, put all of them on the other side of the draw. See, D-Star, I'm with you. Saeed is a mad one, LOL. PSG, I'd be happy with Lyon or Salzburg. Talk about it. Don't get it. See, when the surfer says, here, shove bragging rights. The bragging rights are winning the cup. Facts. Sentiment is for lose. I don't get the sentiment thing. He says sentiment is for lose. I don't understand it. This nostalgia thing, like, that's
obviously there's some people that don't really give a shit who we get. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't care for a favourable one, and they don't care for if we get a hard team. They just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Whoever we get, we play them, we beat them, keep it moving.
If we draw, if we draw a PSG, I'm gonna be pissed. Legit. If we draw PSG, I'm gonna legit be pissed. So here's who Manchester United can draw in the next round. So PSG, Atletico Madrid, Sporting, Inter Milan, Benfica, Salzburg, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, because we can't draw Chelsea because same country. So I'll run through that again. So United can draw PSG, Atletico Madrid, Sporting, Inter Milan, Benfica, Salzburg. Who do you want out of that then?
Salzburg.
You want to see? You're on it. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Like the logical side of my mind is, you know, it's a weaker team compared to the rest. Like, so we'll take that. But then the other side of me is the roller coaster guy, Colossus Sport Park. Yeah. You know, Robert Dingy Rapids, bro. Robert Dingy Rapids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
wild boy,
I'm like both. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm sort of both sides, man. It's just like I don't really. I'll still be excited regardless. Because Champions League football. You know what I'm saying?
The knockout rounds, yes.
We get who we get. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We all gonna go. I want all the smoke, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's go in it. Whatever happens, happens.
Ronan says, Flawless, don't be disrespecting horror movies. LOL, I love my scary movies. I'm sorry, Ronan, I just don't understand it. I don't get that logic. You know what I'm saying? Of being scared. I don't know how that's entertaining.
You're very like, I don't even have to describe you. You're a different type of guy, you know. You're like a very particular guy.
Yes,
meticulous,
I'm very meticulous, yes.
Fucking, yeah, and whatever you don't like, you just don't like. And it's like,
I just don't understand it. Because if Ronan's walking around his house and his other half, or if he's got kids or whoever scares him, you're gonna be like, what are you scaring me for? But then you'll watch a film with that. Well, we'll watch a film to laugh, but if someone tells a joke,
I'm the type of guy to just laugh. I'm the type of guy that just laugh. If someone tries to scare me, I laugh at them in their face.
Not if they scare you. Nah. Not if they scared you though. If someone legit scared you, be pissed.
No, they scare me. I'll laugh, blood.
Yeah, okay.
You scare me. That's a good one. Well done. Sure. You got me.
Yeah,
like, sure. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so they make you drop your food or something like that. When you drop your
that's a different story, blood. If I'm holding the fucking pizzerera and that, don't do it when I'm holding the fucking pizzerera. Triple cheese, fucking mozzarella, pepper, all of that shit. Nah, you're taking the piss, bro. If I was to, don't play with the one thing in life. Don't play with a man and his food, bro. I swear to you, bruv. That's one of the worst heartbreaking things. It's mad. I know you've seen that video recently with a guy. They're recording him on like the CCTV thing, and he's running up the stairs or whatever, and he just drops all of his food, bro. He looked so happy. He was like, "Yeah, I'm about to enjoy this good food, man," and he just drops. Like, and you're like, "Oh, you felt his pain, bro."
I didn't know this, fam. Yeah, I didn't know this.
Food, man.
Yeah, you don't play with a man's food. Don't play with a man's food. That's facts. That's 110% facts. You don't do them things. You do not do them things.
Don't do them things.
Nah, you don't. See Ronan laughing. He says, watching under the covers. I don't know why that's a thrill, but that's just being it. I find it very strange. D-Star says, take out PSG and maybe Atletico. No reason we can't beat any of the others. Here's the thing. I think we can beat PSG and Atletico, and I'll be confident against those two. But what I'm saying is, why am I picking the toughest possible fight and it's not even for the belt? If we are in the final and you get a tough team, you take that. It's just like, all right, cool, they've made it to the final, whether it's PSG, whether it's Bayern Munich, City, Chelsea, Liverpool. I put those four. Real Madrid, you could argue those five.
You sound like the type to push in the queues and like you shortcuts. Are you that type of guy? Like you rather take the shortcuts?
No, because it's not a shortcut. Because that's not a chance thing. You know what I'm saying? And like this is not on us. Manchester United have zero control over who we draw. It's not our fault. Like if we could pick, that's a whole different conversation. We can't pick here. This is luck of the draw. So that the key word in that sentence, people, is the luck of the draw. Why do you want the least luck? I don't get it. Why would you want PSG over Salzburg if you're a Manchester United fan? I want Chelsea to draw Bayern Munich.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I get the other side. Like I get both in it.
I really don't. Because then if we get knocked out by PSG and that, and then you man see Salzburg in a semi-final, people going to be like, oh, only if we had got Drew Salzburg. This is what I'm saying. But it's no surprises. Bainsy and it's Saeed, who are my dons, but two very guys who get very giddy very easily. We've seen these men already after the summer we had. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're winning everything. When I was on the stream with Statman, when Ronaldo came in, look at the contrast and difference. Was it on his channel or was it on my channel? I can't remember whose channel it was on, but when it got announced, and he's jumping up, he jumped out of his chair literally. He's like, Flawless, why you not gassed? When Ronaldo signed, we was on a stream together when Ronaldo.
I was gassed.
Yeah, I wasn't gassed. Yeah. And you can go back and watch that stream, people. Look at my reaction. I'm more excited now about the prospect.
But the reasons why you weren't gassed because you was thinking about certain things and like logically, and you was like thinking certain things. But at the same time, you could have also thought of other things as to how it would help.
But I looked down the line, I was 110% correct because Bainsy's not talking about what he was talking about. He was talking about winning quadruples. He was talking about us picking up the Carabao Cup in February and all these things. Oh, it don't matter about Oli. That's what he said. And then I go
looking at it now. What was Ronaldo? Is Ronaldo still like? Would you still not have taken him?
No, Ronaldo wasn't the problem. The Ronaldo coming into the situation was the problem. I'm a massive fan of Varane. I wasn't gassed when we signed Varane. I'm a massive fan of Sancho. I wasn't gassed when we signed Sancho because I said it before, and I say it again. I know that it would make no difference, and it didn't. We got worse. We got worse when we signed those three, and that's not be criticizing those three because those three have actually performed well. I'm saying added them to what we had with the coaching staff and the manager we had. Legit, like I already knew what it wasn't going to help because it wasn't a lack of talent beforehand. This is why I didn't get gassed. I think long term, I want my team to win trophies. Simple as that. I want Manchester United to compete and win trophies, mainly the Premier League and the Champions League. FA Cup and Carabao Cup are bonuses. Well, that's what I'm looking at.
At the same time, football is one of those things that move fast and like things can change very quickly. So now Ollie's gone, and we got.
Now I'm gassed now. I'm gassed now, fam.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't smiled in the entire time I've been creating content. Even before I was doing the YouTube, when I was doing From a Third Eye View, I wasn't happy. We started that show over 2 years ago, the radio show. Shout out to Stro and JV. And me and JV 2 years ago was going back and forth about Ollie in, Ollie out. I stopped watching football before that show. I had to start watching it again. I was like, why am I letting these men ruin my weekend? Like, fuck this. And I was like, oh, you got a football show. Let me start watching it back. Big up to Michael Jordan with a super chat. Says, bragging rights is Ronaldo doing the sue against his boyhood club in front of the Sporting Lisbon Ultras. None of this PSG and ATM. I mean, Atletico Madrid slugfest. I agree with you, Michael. I 110% agree with you. I don't get it. Why are these men picking the toughest possible route to get to the destination? That makes no sense.
I don't want the toughest one, but at the same time, if we got them, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
If it happens because it's luck of the draw, I'll be like, cool, we got to deal with that. And I'm convinced that we beat PSG and Atletico Madrid, but I will get onto Bainesy and get onto Saeed and be like, why? Why? And then if we go out, I'm gonna be like, do you still want him now? When Mbappe turns up and scores a hat-trick at OT.
Yeah, but you could say that about anything, innit? And they could just flip it on you, like, oh, it's worked. So if we just smash them up or whatever, then they could just say the opposite.
Yeah, and they'd be right. I'd be like, fair enough. I'd take that on the chin.
That's what I'm saying. You know what, so but it's like one of those things in football. It's very, like I said, things can change very quick. So your wrong can be very right, and your right can be very wrong at any moment. Like,
these man, like. Yeah, see, look, Ronan's saying that. Big up as well for the super chat. Like I say, make sure if you super chat people, we will go straight to your comment or question. Ronan says it here. Agree with Flawless. Dog and duck to the final. Yes. Dog and duck to the final. You know what I'm saying? Give me the gold cup pub in the semi-final and that. Like, I'm not forced whatsoever. Flawless sorting out FPL with Statman. Because we're gassed about United. We'll try and, like, stats, facts, and vibes, we'll try and push it back into the show. But we excited about United again. I'm gassed. I'm genuinely looking forward to watching United play now. I'm looking forward to the game against Norwich. I'm looking forward to the Tuesday game against Brentford. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see who we draw in the Champions League. Because like I said,
it's definitely rejuvenated everything.
Everybody.
Like bringing in this manager and like refreshing to see the everything, man. It just feels different. The energy is different now. And it makes sense, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man's bringing in his own coaches and that now as well. I'm hearing and seeing and stuff. So, yeah, man, hopefully we see a shift, man. And we're starting to see the early signs of it straight away, man. Just from these little things, like the things that Rangnick says and that, and what he does, we're seeing it. We're seeing the early stages, man. Hopefully it can be, you know, nothing's promised. Like, hopefully it's not a quick thing like what Chelsea done.
Because we haven't heard you speak on it you've mentioned it, but go further into. I want you to go further into detail on your thoughts on Ralph and what he's done coming in. So not just the game against Young Boys, also against Palace as well.
Yeah, no, man. Like just straight away, like little things, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like coming into games and that, and he's making these big like they're not even big changes to him though. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? He's been seeing shit, and like to certain top reds and all these guys, like, oh man, we'll just get that Shaw side, and you know what I'm saying, and bring in certain man. It's like, nah, bro. Like, if you're not performing in that, then you need to be gone. Like, you need to be moved to the bench. Like what you said in the comments about, don't know if Shaw's gonna be in the squad. Hopefully he's in contention for the squad and all that. Yeah, I
love that.
That one thing alone just tells you, like I said, everything about like the contrast between him and Solskjaer, bro.
Yes.
Like, I'm more intrigued with the things that this guy says, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just saying all like the right things right now, bro. And it's like, he's not just saying it though because he's just come in and that. He's always been this guy. When you look at the old interviews and that, he's always been the alpha manager. This is what I need to, bro. This is what I'm saying. He's alpha guy, bro.
I ain't heard you the entire time. The entire time I've known you, I've not heard you talk about Manchester United like this with so much enthusiasm.
Nah, bro.
I just
like because it's just, bro. It's just refreshing, bro. Everyone can see it. Everyone's gassed. Even the most bitter of bitter motherfuckers that everyone thinks are the most negative fuckers out here, bro, are gassed. Like
everybody's gassed.
You cannot be. You cannot listen. If at this moment you're a Man United fan and you're not happy right now with the situation, this new manager coming in, then you're the real negative person in it. Like how there's no reason for you not to be happy right now.
Facts. Talk about it.
Man will come in. Man's gonna make wholesale changes. He already has. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't be surprised if your favourites are getting dropped in that. Don't be surprised if Bruno and that start getting dropped in that soon enough.
Absolutely.
Like, this guy's got balls, bruv, to do what's right for the club, what's right for the team. And man don't care, bruv. It's no sentimental shit. You know what I'm saying? It's no buddy thing, like how certain other man used to roll. Do you know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the reasons why Carrick dipped as well, because he was like, we can't get away with this buddy shit anymore. So I'm gonna have to just join Ollie in it and just set off and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, real footballing people are coming in now, so we have to be happy right now. We have to be footballing decisions, man. And like I said, I ain't no football expert. You know what I'm saying? But when I hear Rangnick talk and that, it feels like I'm learning some shit from him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Pay attention. Like, you're engaged with what's going on.
My ears prick up when I hear this guy talk. You know what I'm saying? When I heard Ollie talk, made me want to fall fucking asleep, bro. And that reflected in the game style, the gameplay as well. When we're watching the games, bro, the whole thing trickles down. Like, you got a dead manager, you got a dead game. Like, your tactics are dead. The way your team is set out is dead. So it's a reflection of the person. You know what I'm saying? So now Rangnick is going to bring his philosophies, his vision, his plan, and you're gonna see it on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? And we have, like what you said, you know, clear-cut chances and stuff like that. Stuff we haven't seen for time. You know, being in the opposition's half, pressing them, like for big periods of the game. You know what I'm saying? And patterns and all this. We're finally seeing this shit now that we've been waiting for years.
Yeah, the basics. And
that's why we're sitting there and watch-alongs like fucking borderline sleeping and that, all zombified and shit. And it's like, fuck, man. We're seeing the same shit every game. Yeah. But now, rejuvenation. That's why Flawless is happy. Even though it's against Norwich, next game, he's happy about it. Every game now. Yeah, bruv. We're back, bruv. Like what you said, we're back. The memes, the thing you keep putting up, we're back, we're back in the pitch, bruv.
Put the word out there, we back up.
We're back up in this motherfucker, man.
This show's never been this happy, man. Like, I'm genuinely happy watching my team again.
I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for me. I'm happy for everyone.
I'm happy for you because it's deserved. Yeah, man. All the Man United fans who, especially the ones who received criticism for criticizing the last regime, are now all enjoying this regime. All of a sudden.
You know what it is? We are alpha males, bro. I keep going back to this alpha thing. But when you see, that's why we can resonate when we hear guys like Ralph and that speaking that. When we hear guys like Ollie speak, bruv, it deflates us, man. Real recognize real, man.
Talk about it.
That's it.
Talk about it.
Say no more. Real recognize real, man.
Large up to everyone that is locked in. Abdallah says, big up to me and you. And he says, Flawless, we're defo getting Bayern. It's a fuckery. Should have won your group then, innit? That's on Chelsea. Chelsea are drawing Bayern Munich. Absolutely. Man, it's going to be glorious to watch. Defo looking forward to doing watch-alongs for both of those. That two-legged tie. Abdallah says Sancho was cold. The fact Eunice tried to say Saka is better is a criminal offence. Facts. D-Star says top 4 of the FA Cup would be a successful season at this stage after the start we had with Ollie. Absolutely. I'm genuinely looking at the FA Cup. I'm genuinely looking at going far into the Champions League. I want to say far, I'm talking just quarterfinals. Like, we should bare minimum make the quarterfinals. Then there's 8 teams left. You never know. Again, look at the draw, which I mentioned. And top 4, I think, will finish. How are you looking at it? So in regards to Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. Talk to us, Dan.
Champions League is a competition. So it's like anything can kind of happen in Champions League, man. And we see what happened with Chelsea and that, with Tuchel when he came in and that. It's like now we actually have a tactical manager, like a guy that knows what he's doing, a footballing guy. Like, it's like possibilities are endless, really, especially with the squad we got.
Facts.
I mean, when you want to think logically, I mean, it's like we probably we're not good enough, really, like against these top teams. But in the cup competition, it's a slightly different thing, man. It's like, you know, you never really know. And especially when you've got Champions League Varane, you know what I'm saying? Champions League Ronaldo. Like, we've got established guys that have been there and done this, you know what I'm saying? Especially Ronaldo, he's a hungry player. Like, he's up until now, he's been saving our bacon, bro. So, you know, we can always have a bit of faith when it comes to the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? However, Premier League, that's a long thing. That's a marathon. And we're definitely very far away with the Premier League in terms of competing for that, like, top, like winning that. I don't know when we're next going to be winning that, to be fair, but top 4, yeah, man. Like, I can see us getting that now, man. I feel like we have to be getting that. It's going to be hard, though. You know, it's definitely going to be hard with all these other teams in the mix. But
I think top 4 will be fine with, like I said, just the FA Cup. I'm looking at the FA Cup. I am, even though we did draw Villa, which is not a favourable draw, but we still have enough to beat Villa at home, to be honest. So
yeah, we got enough, man. We got enough. Yeah. If this was Ollie still in charge, then my hopes would be very low. But you know,
I have no hope. I have no hope. I'm talking about whatever. Let's talk about something else. That's what I'd be on. Abdallah says McCharlison isn't coming anywhere near you, man. Don't worry, flawless. Here's the thing: is like people will slander Mbappe, but he can win a tie. He's more than capable. He has the skill set and the ability to win a tie or turn a leg on its head. Like, literally, he could easily score a brace at the Parc des Princes, or Neymar can do it, or Messi can do it. That's why I'm not trying to see PSG. When the surface says, give me pro clubs rage quits from opponents till the final, please. That's what I'm on. D-Star says, no one would have remembered that England would have beat Colombia, Sweden, and Croatia to get to a 2018 World Cup final if they won. Prime example. England are the prime example of taking advantage of favourable draws in the last Euros and the last World Cup, and he reached the semi-final and the final. And if they won it, Dan would just be on here singing "It's Coming Home."
Yeah, man. You won that one, but it was a very close call, man. England were very close in the final, man. You know what I'm saying? But you had no hope for them, bro. I remember, like, I was like, no way.
Because of Southgate, he just ollied in a waistcoat. Simple as that. You ain't winning stuff with managers. Like, if England have a better manager, I'd be like, they have a chance here.
But that's why situations like that give me hope in terms of like these cup competitions and that. Like, even if you're dead, like, you can get a favourable draw, you can get a bit of luck, and when you have players like Ronaldo in your team and stuff like that, it can happen, man. You never know, innit?
Absolutely. Let's talk Man United. So Jamaica in the house, big up Flawless. Yo, love that, man. Big up my Jamaicans in the building. David says, man could listen to Papa Ralph all day long, chat about the beautiful game. Big up to Mo, who says, big up Flawless. Can you hear me now? Yo.
I don't know if it's me.
Let us know in the chat whether it's me or whether it's Dan. Can you hear me now? All right, cool. Big up to Mo, who says, big up Flawless, we are back. Big up from Nairobi. Was that Nairobi? Kenya. Yo, man, watching from Kenya. Love that. Watching from the motherland, man. Sarcasm TV, really worldwide. Unja, who was Ollie in, you know what I'm saying? He was always here defending Ollie. How's your guy doing now? First, the question to you. Let's see if we can finish second like Ollie. Professor hasn't won a thing. It's not about him winning anything. Yeah, Unja was Ollie in it, so we gotta do to this, innit? Let's see if he can finish second like Ollie. Professor hasn't won a thing. It's not about he can't win the Premier League because, you know, your guy Ollie messed up his chances of that. FA Cup is a genuine
people like this still existed.
Yeah, people still like this still exist, yeah. And top 4 as well is what I'm looking at, because I'm gassed about Ralph coming in, not for this 6 months. It's him going upstairs. And I was explaining this to the Dons on Big Six Bants when we was doing the United Arsenal preview. And I was saying, he was like, why are you gassed about Rangnick coming in? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not gassed about him coming in as manager. It's him going upstairs. What he's done, I like. He's putting the blocks in place for the next guy. This is what it is. Like, Manchester United need a structure, as Norridin would say. Shout out to the big OG Norridin. Like, we need a structure, and legit, that's what it is. So that's why I'm gassed about it. He also says happiness doesn't win leagues. Who said happiness wins leagues? Where did you get that from? Who said that? Malcolm says, yeah, I have no idea where that's just a douse him in it. Malcolm says, big up the ManDem, just reaching in it. It's douse him with Street Fighter. Big up the ManDem. David says, man like Ollie, all about the passion and desire, and you have to run more. Absolutely. I love what Ralph said about Greenwood after the game development in process. Is that what did he say? One done. These stars says no one breaking up. So
he said about Greenwood needs to be a bit more athletic. We need to help him in that department, becoming more athletic and stuff. But in terms of like his striking, his natural ability and sort of thing, he's there. Like his technical ability is there. They just need to beef him up a bit, I guess, and make him a bit more physical, sort of thing, or athletic, something along those lines.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, I'm glad about, like I said, very, very happy with what's going on so far, and that's nothing to do with, like, I know that doesn't bring cups, so I don't know why Unja said that, but it puts us closer.
He's talking as if he still wants Ollie in charge.
Yeah, man, he still wants Ollie in charge.
What do you want?
Like, I want Ollie in charge, innit?
Alright, so if you didn't want Rangnick, who did you want then, mate?
I wanted Ollie, fam. Man wanted the DNA and passion and vibes and hard yards and knee slides and badge kissing in it. Like, that's what because I would not be confident of going far in the Champions League. I'm genuinely confident we can go far in the Champions League. Like, I'm genuinely hopeful we can win that. I think we can legit get to a semi-final. I think we can get to a semi-final.
When you have a squad like what we have, coupled with an actual manager, because let's not forget, Ollie was not even a manager, bro. Like, I don't care, bro, what anyone says. This guy was a failed guy. You know what I'm saying? He was not a legit manager, bro. He was winging it, like what someone said earlier in the comments. I got that impression throughout his whole tenure, bro. He was winging it the whole time. Literally winging it, bro. The way he handled situations, players, the way he spoke, everything. He was too small for this club, bro. He shouldn't have been nowhere near this club. And now, when you look in hindsight, all the people that did want to back him and that, they have to eat their words now and be like, he definitely wasn't right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nah, like, when I call things wrong, I'll be like, yo, I call things wrong. We're just talking about the Euros. I didn't think Italy could win it. I called it wrong. I turned around and said, yeah, I got this wrong. And we move on. It's not that deep. Like, it's like we've said this before, and it was in particular about Ollie, how people want to be right more than they want their team to be successful. I want it to be wrong.
Yeah, with me, it's not about right or wrong with me, man.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like I said, yeah, man.
I want it to be like wrong about him. And Ronan says we need to move on from Ollie as a fan base, tired of hearing about him. So am I, Ronan. However, when you got the likes of Unja in the building, it has to be brought up. Because man,
but also it needs to be brought up as well, because it needs to be brought up at the same time, because now that we have an actual manager, we have to show the difference. You know what I'm saying? And compare the contrast, like how shit Ollie was really. It really highlights how shit he was. It's clear to see, bro. Like, and we need to let them people know, like, this is what it is now, innit? This is how clear it is. But then there's still people that will be in denial, innit? They'll hear this guy speak and not rate it. They'll see tactics and not rate it. You know, nothing he does would make sense to them because they got their biases and shit. Like this Unya or whatever. Sorry if I messed up your name. I don't know. Can't remember your name. But people got their biases. And like you said, people rather just want to be right and for things to fit their bias.
And he says this. Here's the thing. All right, so we're gonna get to this. I'll get to this comment because man is missing like what everything.
The whole point.
So he says, all I'm saying is let's hold him to the same objectives we always have. That's the problem with our fan base. Just because you like him don't mean he's gonna win. No, I like him because I think we can win.
I like the things he does.
I like him as a manager because I think we can win. That's what it is. If I don't think you win, I'm not gonna like you as a manager of my football club. If Dan was managing, who's my Don? You know what I'm saying? This is my guy. This is my brethren. If he was in charge of Manchester United, I don't believe we can win. So he's still my guy. I'd still bring him on the show. But if he asked me, or someone asked me, right, do you like Dan as Manchester United manager? No. Like, that's the first thing.
I wouldn't like me, like, as you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do that. Like,
it's not a like thing. The reason why I like Ralph is because I believe we can be successful under him. The reason why I disliked Ollie is because I believe we couldn't be successful with him. And I like Ollie as a player. As a Manchester United player, solidified what he did. even outside of the goal in 99, solidified. Brought me some of my greatest moments, one of the best Manchester United side I've ever seen, and part of the most successful Manchester United side I've ever seen, part of one of the most successful periods. Made my childhood. Absolutely great, made my childhood. Goals he banked. You know what I'm saying? That people forget.
You just gotta be real about situations, man. Just say it how you see it.
So I don't understand how that's a problem with fans and that. Like, my objectives are still the same. If Ralph fails, I'll be on here saying, yeah, he failed. If he doesn't finish top 4, the bare minimum is finish top 4. If he don't finish top 4, I'll put that on him. However, I'd still like to see him go upstairs. Because this is what I'm saying. I don't want him as long-term manager. You need to go upstairs. Go on, then.
No, yeah, it's facts, man. And it's like, even if you don't want him as long, he seems like, I wouldn't even be surprised if he done well as, like, very well, like, exceedingly well as a manager. It wouldn't surprise me, even though that's not the main thing. And you, like you say, he's going to be going upstairs or whatever. Like, it wouldn't even surprise me, because from what I've seen and stuff, he looks good, man. He looks the part. And I hear what you're saying in terms of we don't really know yet, but it's like, we get good ideas and like signs, and you know what I'm saying? There's not many like red flags. Do you know what I mean? With this guy.
Because Unju, what I want to know is what's your objectives for him? Because mine, I've said top 4 bare minimum. I won the FA Cup, but I'm not going to hold him to that. It's top 4 bare minimum. Put in the building blocks for the next manager. FA Cup I'm looking at, and deep into the Champions League. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not telling him to come in and he has to win a trophy, because your guy Ollie's messed it up for him. Yeah, like, I would expect us to challenge at the start. If he was coming in at the start of the season, I'd be like, I'd expect us to challenge. Now it's just top 4, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, though. That's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair. A report asked, but see that Unju wasn't holding Ollie to those standards, because it wasn't win a trophy with Ollie. But you know it's that he wasn't talking about winning trophies with Ollie. A report asked Ralph. Ralph if he was happy about the game. Ralph says no, it was okay. I love Ralph. He keeps it real, no jokes. Facts.
That's it, man. That's why I said he's alpha, bro. Because alpha guys keep it real, simple, real, recognize real, man.
That's a goddamn news. Love that.
That's it, man.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Malcolm says, out with the old and in with the new. Facts. And the reason why also Ollie always gets mentioned up, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers I was right. Because I received heavy criticism for the entire time I've been doing. You think I'm not going to tell you right? When man want to disappear. When man were in the comments, man were atting me, man was in the comments, man was on my DMs on Twitter, DMs on the gram talking about, oh, when Ollie wins a trophy, you better not celebrate. Now what then? So when Ralph wins a trophy, you man better not celebrate.
That aged well, didn't it?
Yeah, that aged like, you get me, milk on a window ledge.
Wine.
You know what I'm saying? It's like milk on a window ledge. Where are you man at now? When Lingard scored the late winner against West Ham in the Premier League, and everyone was in the chat, came out of nowhere like, "Oh, you still Ollie out? Well, you man still Ollie in, yeah." You know what I'm saying? You man can go dip with Ollie in it. He's going back to Norway. You lot can go with him in it. Take the flight. I don't know what the restrictions are like when he go manages a team over there, or ends up on Norwegian TV as a pundit. Ridiculous. You man are more Ollie fans than you are Manchester United. Simple as that. Yeah. It's not Ollie Chester United. It's Manchester United people football club.
I don't understand that. Like, I really don't understand. Certain people like it's just weird, bro. Like, I
do not get it.
Like these biases and these little weird things. Like, why you got some crush on man? Like, I don't understand, bro. What is this? It doesn't make sense to me, bro.
Zero sense. Don't understand it whatsoever. Very, very strange. Lawless is alpha till it comes to horror movies. Depends what we are. Some things I'm alpha, some things I'm not. Horror movies, roller coasters, anything with heights. Yeah, I'm not alpha.
Nah, that makes sense. That don't mean he's not alpha, man.
No, I'm just not alpha in those situations. Certain people will be alpha in those situations. Like, you know what? Let's run this. Like, that's not me. I like being on the ground, like 2 feet on the ground in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in the sky. Heights. You get me?
No, but it depends how you look at it. Because you could be an alpha for that very reason, like, at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
You don't want to risk your life, G. Like,
I'm just sensible in it. But that's just me.
Yeah, sensible.
There's no way I should be, to get me, have my life, get me, in the hands of a rope. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, though. Like, that's just me. It's like, I don't get it. Big up to Brushy, as always, says hit that like, people. Make sure you hit that like button. Oh, yeah, what's this news as well? Have you heard about this? About to go to games, you have to either be double vaxxed or you need a negative test. Is this true? I did see something like this morning, but I don't know how it, like, if anywhere
you need to either prove you've had a negative test or been vaccinated.
I'm just get a negative test for when I go games then, innit? You know what I'm saying? I just get, I ain't get no vaccine passport. I just take the test. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no qualms with that. How long did the test take to come back? Do you know?
I think there's different ones, innit? Like,
okay. I have no idea.
They mean the test where, there's all different ones, bro. Like, there's one where you do the swab thing, like, straight away, and
I know this the PCR thing, innit? Like, I know that. I know
I
that.
don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, I really don't know. I really need to do my research because I'm trying to go to games. That's why.
Yeah, same.
I'm saying I'm trying to go to games and that. So it's like I'm trying to get to a game this month. That's what I'm trying to do. But and probably January, at least like one every couple months, because I've not been games. I want to start getting into games again because I've not been. I can't remember the last time I've been to a United game. That's how long it's been. Because I just didn't want to go. I was like, fuck this. Why am I going? I was like, fuck this. So long.
No, we'll have to arrange something, man. I'll come as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely, fam. If I ever get if there's ever spare tickets, I got you in it. But I'm gonna definitely shout before the season's out. I definitely shout you in it. Whether it's a home game, IoT, or whether it's an away game, in it. Up your neck of the woods, like 110%.
Yeah,
100. But yeah, we are gonna close out the show, people. Dan, anything you want to add? Yeah, man, absolutely. We've done over an hour already. Anything you want to add before? Obviously, you'll see Dan again back here as well.
Yeah, and hopefully with a working freaking camera, bruv, because this Android update, latest update firmware, it's all long, bruv. Be mashing up my phone and that. But yeah, man, no, I just want to say big up to everyone inside in the comments every time. Much love to all of you. Big up to Sarcasm City, as always. Flawless Mr. Take Blood Clot Note. Yeah, my guy.
Don't know.
Yeah. We're just here, man. Creating all of this, creating this good content for you lot, man. So yeah, bro. Everyone follow me. Yeah, I got a lot of new content coming soon, man.
Make sure you follow Dan Silly, man. That's on Twitter and Instagram, people. So make sure you follow him across
and TikTok. Social.
And TikTok as well.
I'm gonna be doing a madness on TikTok, so everyone follow my TikTok.
Go follow the TikTok as well. Go follow all the socials, people. But love to everyone that has locked in. I'll be on Rance's Twitch with Rance and Aaron at 7 p.m. So make sure you head over there. Then what else is going on? Then probably with Matisse on his Twitch. That'll be at 10 p.m. That should be going down. And then midnight, the Sarcasm City Sports members Q&A. So it's like the regular Q&As, people, but people who are members who join the membership.
Respect the grind, man, people. Respect the grind.
That'll be on
this
Twitch.
guy don't sleep, bro.
It's to be done, man. Damn, I'm saying, appreciate that, though. Ronan says I Googled blood clot the other day. Fair enough, Ronan. You didn't know what it meant. I understand.
Yeah, it don't even make sense, to be fair. Like, it's just dumb. Like,
I understand.
Dumb,
I get it, man. Like, I'd do the same thing if I was you. You know what I'm saying? I understand fully, but now I love to everyone that's locked. Don't forget, people, this show and all the other shows on the YouTube and the Twitch, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. Audio-only platforms. The links are underneath in the description for the SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. So wherever you listen to podcasts, just type in Sarcasm City TV, it will pop up. So you might not want to have the YouTube or the Twitch app open. You might want to listen while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're at work, or you might just prefer to listen to podcasts in the traditional manner. So yeah, make sure you do that. And don't forget as well, Walk to the Octagon is back tonight, people. 9 p.m. Walk to the Octagon is back. That is the UFC show. Eddie and Cams will be holding that down. UFC 269. They'll be doing a preview for Oliveira versus Piera or whatever his name is. I don't know UFC in it. So yeah, they'll be doing that. Then there'll be a watch along on the Saturday that they'll also be holding down, and then a recap on the Sunday, all on YouTube. So Walk to the Octagon is back. Big fight, big nights only. That'll be back soon as well. The boxing show. So yeah, man, we're bringing shows back, people. Yeah, I don't even know how many shows we got over the YouTube and the Twitch, but it's a lot. But love to everyone who is supporting. ManDem United podcast will be back Tuesday, 5 p.m. So probably before the Brentford game, because I'm presuming that's a late one. Let me double check this before we go. Presuming the Brentford game's a late one. Because the Brentford game, is 7:30. So yes, ManDem United podcast. But we're here every Tuesday and Thursday with this show, talking all things Manchester United. But this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.